It is time for a new equipment update video. It's been already several months since we did the last one. We traveled to many other countries, we bought and got new equipment, and in this video I want to show you what's new. Before we get started, I would love to express my gratitude to you as a viewer and maybe as a subscriber. We see that more and more people who come on our channel are interested about sound recording, and this is what this channel is all about. We know there are a lot of channels out there that talk about videography, photography, travel, food, but if it comes to sound recording and traveling the world, I think I can say that we are very unique. So we are very grateful that you found us and are interested in sound and equipment. And this is what this video is all about. We're gonna show you our newest equipment that we're using while traveling the world and recording sound. So let's get started. Starting with the Zoom H8, and we have the recorder since a couple months now, and what we're using it mainly for is for our podcast, where we're talking about field recording, sound recording, traveling the world, how we met. Lots of interesting and helpful information if you want to start out with field recording. What else do I use the recorder? I use it more for run and gun. That means if I can find a sound that I know, if I would take out all my other equipment, it would take way too long, and then the sound is gone. So for this reason, it is great to have a recorder where you know you just turn it on, you click on the record button, and that's it. The Zoom H8 has 8 different inputs for XLR, so if you can plug them in, you can also take off the head. They have another adapter, so you can actually have way more inputs. Also, they're gonna create new capsule that should come out maybe this year, and you can also have ambisonic sound. So I think that sounds very interesting, and if we have this kind of equipment, we're gonna make a video about this. The current price of the Zoom H8 is around $350, and I believe what you get for this money is a lot. What it doesn't have is 32-bit, so that might be a downer for a lot of people. If you know that you will record sounds that are very loud and you don't want to always look at the gain, then one of the H series recorder from Zoom might be not for you. Then you maybe want to ramp up to a F series recorder like the Zoom F6, the F2 who's coming out for lavaliers, that's gonna be 32-bit, but then there's also Sound Devices who has a 32-bit recorder. They're a little bit more pricey, but then you can make sure that your audios don't clip. That what could happen on a recorder like this. If you buy the recorder straight out of the box, this is how you get it. So there is no wind protection. So I highly recommend you, if you want to record sounds outside, that you get one of these wind jammers. Rycord has a really good one. It's a little bit more pricey, or you just go with the Zoom one, what is universal for all H series. And that brings me to our next recorder. The Zoom H1N, it's a newer version of the Zoom H1, and if you follow us a little longer, then you know that we started with the Zoom H1 back in 2017 in Cambodia. I always love talking about the story, but if you want to know more about the H1N, we made an in-depth video about field recording on a budget using Soundman OKM binaural microphone. Just click this little icon here, and then you can see more and listen to more what this tiny recorder is capable of. Is there something I don't like about this recorder? Absolutely not, because this is how we started and there's nothing that I could think of that I don't like about it. What do I love about it? Almost everything. You can record in 96, 24 kilohertz. You can use a lavalier. You can use it for your own voice. You can record street sounds. You can use it for binaural. There is so much you can like about this recorder for under $100. So if you are a beginner and you want to start with field recording, but you don't want to spend too much money, this is your recorder. If you're more serious about sound recording and selling sound effects, then I highly recommend you checking out the Audio-Technica 4025. This beautiful piece of equipment. You see, I already have it here on a shock mount. It is probably one of the most compact stereo microphones that you can find on the market. That means it has a 5-pin XLR, and that's all you need. You plug it in here, and then you plug it into your recorder if you have at least a minimum of 2 XLR inputs, and then you can start recording. If you record indoor, it's great, that's all you need. But if you want to go outdoor, then you maybe want to think about wind protection. And I have something for you that you can check out if you want to keep the cost a little lower. This is the Rycord BBG. It's very light and it's very quick. You can just plug in the microphone in between the baby ball, and then there it is. And then all what you need is the windjammer, and then you're set. The price of this microphone with all the components is between $900 and $1,000, and I think that's a great price for a starter kit for anybody who is more serious about field recording. Let's talk about one of my favorite pieces of equipment that I'm so grateful to have, and this is the Loam geophone. I can record sounds that are more in the darkness, let's call it that way, like dark droney sounds, vibrations, everything that gives you the chills. If you listen to it in movies, that's what you can record. That's what you can find, you know. You put this thing on a heater or you put it in the ground, and if there's a construction in the background, these are the sounds that you can record with a geophone. If you want to know more about it, we have an in-depth video you can find right here. We recorded and filmed this in Iceland. Also a little backstory was really cool, and I'm super happy for Jonas. He just sold over 400 in less than 2 hours. So if you go on the website, they won't be always sold out. So make sure you sign up for his email list if you're interested in a Loam geophone. The price is around 150 euro. From a geophone to a hydrophone, and you probably already realized that I love to record sounds that are out of the ordinary, meaning that there's way more than just ambience. And if you have a hydrophone, that means you can go underwater. And if you wanna see this hydrophone in action, I highly recommend you checking out this video, because in Iceland, when we were there, we made a video about the ambient hydrophone. So feel free to check it out. What I realized over the years while traveling the world and recording sounds is the more compact you have your equipment, the better. Because it is not that Libby and I living in a place where we have a closet, everything is nicely organized, and then we can just take out, put it in the bag, and then go travel. No, everything we have is always with us, and it has to be as compact and as quick as possible. And with the new setup that I have, with the Cinela Albert together with the Sennheiser MKH804, I can serve this. It is fantastic. I know it is quite expensive if you think about the price. It's almost $4,000 what I have here in my hand, but I can tell you from my heart that it is worth every single cent. So if you are really serious about field recording, you might want to invest in this kind of equipment. Sennheiser has way more options if it comes to the MKH series. Cinela has more options if it comes to wind protection. Rycord has more options if it comes to wind protection. So you have all the tools from budget to high end. We have the field recorders covered, the microphones, and the wind protection. So what else do we have? We have a Joby stick. I'm mainly using it with the Zoom H8. Then I can just click it on here, and then I put it on the street, and then I can record this ambience. Then one of my game changers, and I always recommend getting one, and it's the Manfrotto Nanopole. We have a complete in-depth video about this piece of equipment, and you can find it right here. So it's a total game changer. I just love using it together with the Cinela Albert or with the Audio Technica in the shock mount. If I don't use the Nanopole, then I'm using the K-Tech boom pole. This one is carbon, so it's very light, and it's a complete system. That means I already have a 5-pin XLR integrated. So all what I need to do is I can plug in my XLR that I have external, and then I can just go as high as I want and as high as this boom pole allows me to go. For me, it's great if I want to record some birds in a tree, then I can just go a little higher, or maybe there's a alligator around the corner, then I can just go a little bit longer, and then I just stay behind a tree, and then they don't even eat me, you know. You got the idea, you know, you get away when you have a boom pole. You can stay away from the bad animals. They're not bad, they're good animals. But if you want to record them, then you have to stay a little bit further away, and then you can use a boom pole. If this is the first video I've ever watched about sound recording, and you might think, ooh, this is all the equipment I need to start recording sounds. No, absolutely not. You can just start out with the Zoom H1N, just like us back in 2017. So don't get discouraged about all this equipment. You don't need that. You only need these things over the years if you want to be more serious about sound recording, traveling the world, being independent, and having sound libraries. Then yes, you would need this kind of equipment, maybe even more. There is so much more out there. And if you know this already and you think there are microphones we should really use to record sounds that you are interested in, please leave us a comment down below, and then I make sure I respond. I will check out the equipment. If we can afford it, I'm gonna buy it, I'm gonna use it, and then we make a video about it, just like this one. So thank you so much for watching, and we really hope to see you in our next one. Wait, before you go, I forgot 5 more pieces of equipment. First off, lavalier is from Zoom, but it goes into the HDTX from Deity. So it's a recorder and transmitter. It's really great. I like the quality of my voice. Then we have the D4 Duo, that is for the Sony camera. I also got new headphones. I got the Audio Technica. They're really good. These are the HTH M30. They're not expensive at all. Then we have a power bank. This is how I power my Zoom F6 if I want to do overnight recording. Goes over 24 hours without any issues. If you have Rycord products, it comes with the brush. That doesn't come when you get the Cinela, but I didn't have it. And then we forgot to mention the Cinela wind protection, what is incredible. But this is all in the video about wind protection in Iceland. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and we really hope to see you soon.